Hi, I'm Jessica McDonald and this is Wholesale Properties TV. Today we're live on location with Buy Low AZ Properties. I'm here with Spencer Caldwell and Jacob Ash. Tell us a little bit about your company and about yourselves.
All right, great. I'm Spencer Caldwell. I've been in real estate for about 6 years, and Jacob and I have been partners in Buy Low AZ and Gentry Realty for roughly 3 years. And just a little bit of background on myself. I was a biochemistry student at ASU and headed to dental school, and I just got addicted to real estate and stuck to it. And I've loved every bit of it. And that's who I am. Jacob, who are you?
Same thing. My family was very heavy into real estate. I remember, as long as I can remember, far back, at as young as 8 years old, going to real estate seminars with my dad. That's what he did for a living. He developed Viewpoint RV and Golf Resort and many other real estate investment deals and taught me everything he knew.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of buying a home at the auctions?
Yeah, absolutely. We specialize in 3 different counties, Maricopa County being the largest, obviously, where we're sitting at today. Pinal County, which is basically Queen Creek. We do some of the Florence and the Coolidge and the Casa Grande also. And we also have do a little bit in Yavapai County, which is just north of Maricopa County. And we have a good time doing so. Maricopa is the largest. And as far as our services, what we provide is an auction list. We have a relationship or access to 9 major trustees that hold sales here in the counties. And we go in and we sort the list. And we like to feel that we have the most resource and spend the most time on our list. So we pride ourselves in these lists. And we send out an email 5:30 to 6:30 at night with 3 attachments. And in those 3 attachments, we have a bulk list, a condensed list, and a pick list. Well, a bulk list, there's some odd 1,000 properties scheduled to go to auction every single day in just Maricopa County, for example. And a lot of those homes do not have opening bids. So if they don't have an opening bid, they're going to postpone or cancel. So we create a condensed list. And the condensed list is everything that has a number to it. That they're actually going to go to auction or at that time going to go to auction. And sometimes in the condensed list, the starting bid would be, for example, $100,000, and the property is only worth $50,000. So obviously it doesn't make sense for us as investors to buy that property. Mm-hmm. So we create a pick list. And in our pick list, we're not saying these are all slam dunk, absolutely home run deals. We're just saying these potentially have value. And we then take the next opportunity for the next hour or two, and we create a comp list. We go into our MLS as realtors and do a quick tax comp so you can see a little bit of how much value and what you're getting yourself into. And we can dig into it, and if you were to text me or call me or Jacob, and we could dig into that more and give you an absolute value based on past research of what we think that'll sell for. And that's our list that we provide in the evening. And you know, a lot of our investors they work, they have full-time jobs, and so they can't go out and see the properties. And this is a really quick game. You get the list the night before, and you've got to buy the property the next day. Yeah. So a lot of our investors can't drive and see the property. So if they provide the address to us the evening or night before, we can go out and drive the property. Mm-hmm. And we can take 5 to 10 photos of it and blog about it. And it's really cool because you can just log into our back office at www.buylowaz.com, and we have to give you access to that portal, but you can see your drive reports. And I mentioned that there's 9 trustees. Well, being this, sometimes we've got to be in 4 or 5 places at once. Mm-hmm. To buy these properties. And so obviously if you have a job, full-time job, it's hard to take off work. Another thing is we're there at these auctions all day, every day. So we correlate our team where to be, right place, right time. And, you know, it's interesting because we do get a lot of clients. They go down to an auction and they're there for 4 or 5 hours just to find out the property that they're looking at, postponed or canceled. And it's really frustrating because they took 4 or 5 hours out of their day. So that's why using a professional service like ourselves is very important. We also give you live results on our website, so you know what most of the properties, if not all of them, or all the properties we're bidding on went for. And so you get those live results on our back office, also at buylowaz.com. And another few things that we provide is when you buy a first mortgage, that's the most important thing we feel to this game. We have 3 different title companies that make sure that we're buying a first mortgage. And if we have any strikes, we just count it out and don't buy it, don't take the risk. And the important thing is that we're buying a first mortgage. Sometimes when we buy a first, the only thing that mostly sticks, and we can go in more detail when you're buying with us, are taxes. And there's county taxes on these properties. And say that you bid $100,000 on the property, I can go to you and say, hey, there's $1,500 worth of taxes. And so we can adjust your bid. Another thing that gets a little scary is the IRS can put a lien on these properties. And when the IRS liens these properties, they have 120-day seasoning. Well, we have a few routes that we can do to lessen that seasoning and work with the IRS to get the lien off. But total disclosure is the most important. And that's kind of in full our services. When you buy a trustee sale, one thing you got to realize is you're buying with cash. You've got to have cash to buy these properties. If you don't have cash, there are hard money lenders, and we can get into the details of hard money. The rates always are changing, so I hate to mention on this video if someone's watching it in 2 or 3 months. So if you haven't want to discuss hard money or terms or what it is if you don't have full cash to buy these, once again, just log into buylowaz.com or call my cell phone at 480-283-4425 and discuss the hard money terms with us. And so this is a very, very complicated system. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle. We're juggling trustees, we're juggling banks, we're juggling manpower for drives, we're juggling right place at right time. There's a lot to the system, but to make a very, very complicated system sound as simple as possible, that in whole I think explains it. Is there anything I'm missing, Jacob?
No, pretty much we have our team that's out driving the properties and bidding on the properties, and then we have our team inside the office that are checking for back taxes, federal IRS liens, title, which is the most important, as Spencer mentioned. And then when the home is actually going to auction, our clients will call us and we'll actually get them right on the phone to hear the home going live with our bidder. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as they win the bid, we fill out the vesting information so the property gets immediately transferred into their correct name or LLC. And then we provide the bid receipt so you know exactly what the property went for at auction.
Okay, great. And the big question is, how do I actually place a bid? How am I going to use this service?
That's a great question. My favorite personal is a text message. What this world is coming to is just the quickest, most
really
accurate a text message. So we buy properties over text messaging. We've how many millions of dollars worth of properties. But no, if you need to talk about it in details, give me a call. Obviously, texting once you're feeling comfortable with the process works the best. Simple as send me the address and your max bid. At that point, you're texting that to me. You're assuming that everything's okay with the property, that it's a first and there's no back taxes. If there's issues, if there are back taxes, things we need to talk about, I'm going to send you an immediate text to adjust that bid, or else just give you a call and talk about it. If you prefer emailing, if you do send a text, Jake Buyer will always send you a text back saying we got your bid. Just don't send a text and assume that we got it, because it's happened where they've said they've sent a text and they've sent it to maybe a backup right-hand guy and we didn't get it. So always send the text to us. We'll confirm we got it. Or if you like email, send us an email with your bid. Auctions are 9:30, 10, 11, 12, 12:30, and 2, a few times in between. So obviously we want to hear before the auction starts of your max bid. But if it's during, it's better that you get me the bid, even if you think it's too late, because better late than never, I say, and we can work on that. So that's number one way, texting. We're talking about how do you place a bid. Phone calls are great. Call my cell phone, 480-283-4425 for Maricopa County. Jacobs is 480-437-4835 for Yavapai and Pinal County. Or just send us an email, and we'll always, once again, respond to your email too. Very, very important. Am I leaving anything out there?
There's actually a part on the website now, Buy Low AZ, where you can, on the member access, you hit member access, comes down, it says place a bid. You can click right on that and type in your bid and the address and your vesting information, and then we're sent emails immediately as well. So
that's great. Every way possible. And so a scary thing I think people may wonder a little bit about is, how do they get proof that they actually own this property once it's been bid on?
Great. Basically how you're going to get proof is here at Buy Low AZ, one of our number one mottos is transparency is the best. This is real estate, you should know all. And you're going to tell us your vesting, and when we say vesting, that's the name of that the property is going to go under. So you're vesting on the deed. So we need to know that before we place the bid, because some of these trustees require immediately when we win it to place your vesting. So we need to know that really, really quick. Once we won the property, Say it was for $100,000, we immediately put down a $10,000 non-refundable check. So you better know what you're getting yourself into, because it's a non-refundable check. And the trustee will fill out a receipt in your name, investing. We then will send that receipt to you by fax in the afternoon when we collect our receipts, and you'll know exactly what property it is, what the winning bid is. You'll know everything about the property. So that's how you'll get proof. And then we'll talk about, as soon as you want to, how we get money to us, or to us to go pay the trustee. And we love, rather than just sending you to the trustee to pay for it, we love to make that drive for you. Most of the trustees are in Central Phoenix. So just drop off the funds here to our office, or put it into our trust account, and we can talk about the details of the winning bid. One thing that's important to know is, and we may go over it in another one of these questions, is Jacob and I aren't a wholesaler. We're a buy direct company. So if you place a bid with us and you say it's $100,000, if you're placing that bid with us, if you already looked at the property and you said, I want this property for 100, if we get it for 90, well, that's what you get it for. We're not going to make that 10,000 on you. Obviously, it's a different situation if you're not going live and bidding on the property that day. But that's how you get proof that you bought the property, is basically through the receipt that we talked about.
Right. So Spencer said you'll receive a bid receipt, and then we'll actually send out a contract, just a 2-page contract, basically saying that you've bought the property and that you're buying it as is. Obviously, these properties, it's not like you get a HUD statement when you purchase at auction or anything like that. You're buying it as is. The bank doesn't give you keys. You need to get in there and rekey it. But you receive a bid receipt and a contract after every purchase.
Okay. A lot of people ask this question, and it's a great opportunity to answer this question. But trustee auctions are public, right?
Correct.
So why do they choose to work with a company like yours?
That's a great question. I mean, anyone can show up and do it, really, if they want to. But there's a couple things. A lot of these things and services I've already explained myself. We're going to be at the right place at the right time. We can provide you a list, but you don't really know where to go and where to be at the right place at the right time. And you can waste 3 or 4 hours waiting for that particular home to go and it postponed or canceled. So really, it's time versus money, and we definitely save that for you. We're making sure that you're buying it first. We're driving the property and blogging that for you. We're helping you with your due diligence as far as values based on facts of what stuff sold in the past. It's just really about having a team on your side that's with you, that's a win-win to make it happen. And we feel that we're definitely that service to make it happen. And a lot of clients, they want to be bidding on 5 properties that day. They can't be at 5 different locations or 2 or 3 different locations at once to bid on the properties, and we definitely have that set.
A lot of people don't think about that.
Yeah, they don't. And this is what we do all day, every day, day in and day out. So we'd love to help our clients, and that's what we do. We have fun doing it. Yep. And I missed anything there?
I don't think so. I think you got it.
Okay, when I buy a home at the auction, what is the next step of the process? What do I do from there?
Great. A lot of the people, probably 10 or 20%, I would say, of buyers down there are buy and hold buyers. They're just buying it for rentals for cash flow, which makes a lot of sense financially if that's what you're trying to do, is get a good cash on cash flow property. If you're looking to flip the property, Jacob and I run Gentry Real Estate Group, and we can help you hook you up with a realtor that just works with Jacob and I, that's across from our office or in our office, that's helping our clients retail the property, put it on the MLS. We have 2 or 3 rehab crews that we refer out to you. You can price them, you can talk to them, see who you have the most energy with to work with, and we can help you. We're A to Z. We can help you with anything once you buy the property. If you need help rehabbing it, we can suggest or tell you what angle to go if you're buying and holding. So we can help you out with any of that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing people need to remember with the trustees sales is it doesn't go through a standard close of escrow. From the second the auctioneer says sold, the property is yours. So the next step is to rekey the property, secure it. If it's occupied with either tenants or the previous owner, obviously you have to go through an eviction process. But if it's vacant, you rekey the property, you get insurance on the property immediately. You hear lots of horror stories of the house flooding or burning down because they didn't have insurance on it and it was vacant. And then you start rehab and get it right back on the MLS to either sell or start marketing as a rental immediately.
Great. Well, we want to thank Bilo AZ Properties for having us today. It sounds like they have a lot of services to offer. So definitely check them out and definitely keep coming back right here, Wholesale Properties TV.